Sri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes in science. How are you all? Fine? We had petrol? Okay? Okay. You are in a very interesting chapter of pollution of air and water. It's a very interesting chapter. You also will have something to say, correct? So, let us discuss and think over some of the important items with regard to the pollution. Okay? So, what we discussed was about air pollution. As you know, air is a very essential thing. Even man can live without food for 2 or 3 days or even 10 days also, but he cannot live without air. So, if the breathing air itself is polluted, it will give trouble to not only human beings, to animals, birds, all species, correct? So, how does air pollution take place? Due to the smoke of vehicles, of fires, is it not, of dust particles and all that, burning of substances. So, this air pollution lead to so many diseases also, like asthma, bronchitis, breathing problems. And also we have seen the beautiful building of Taj Mahal, one of the world famous buildings, correct, is also affected by air pollution because of the factories nearby. For example, one of them was Mathura oil refinery. So, that the smoke given out by the factory is affecting the Taj Mahal building. So, what is that happening? The white colored marble, the whole building is made up of marble. So, this marble is affected by the polluted air and slowly the color is fading. So, that is the dangers that is happening to the not only Taj Mahal, many buildings. Okay? And there is one more interesting or very important aspect of connected to air, that is about greenhouse effect. So, it is not blue house or red house, it is greenhouse. When you say greenhouse effect, it tells about the carbon dioxide. So, when there is excess of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, the temperature of the Earth's globe is trapped, is it not? And then it leads to what is called as global warming. Global warming means raising the temperature of the Earth's globe. So, this carbon dioxide can be very well utilized by growing more and more trees. How? By growing trees, they absorb carbon dioxide to produce food. What is the process called? Correct? Photosynthesis. For photosynthesis, what are the 4 ingredients? One is carbon dioxide, second sunlight, third chlorophyll, fourth mineral water. So, these are the 4 ingredients. So, if there is excess of carbon dioxide, that will be absorbed by the plants. So, the solution is to grow more and more plants. Now, global warming is another danger that has affected the Earth's globe. What is that? The temperature of the Earth's globe will be increased. Recently, there was an increase of 2 degrees Celsius. So, by which what happens? The ice that is blocked in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, Arctic and Antarctic region, ice melts. When ice melts, there will be rise in the water level of sea and rivers and so on. There will be flooding in the rivers. It causes so much of havoc of all those people who live by the river side, okay. And also many people die of the overheat, correct. So, that are the dangers of global warming. The solutions is you have to think of alternatives to reduce the production of carbon dioxide and also to absorb the excess of carbon dioxide, just like growing plants, using vehicles, buses instead of cars. The use of cars should be reduced, car and other vehicles should be reduced, especially in countries like America. Lot of cars, every house will have 4 to 5 cars, is it not? So, smoke will be more. What is the solution? They must stick on to the buses, transport systems, one of the solution, correct. So, like that you can think of so many things for the solution to greenhouse effect. So, if the carbon dioxide is controlled, global warming also will be controlled, correct. So, now let us see the home assignments. First question, write any 3 causes of air pollution. So, the first one is smoke is emitted due to forest fires and volcanic eruptions. What are volcanic eruptions? You heard about volcano? Yeah, earthquakes, volcano, tornado and other things, even tsunami, they are all called natural calamities. Suddenly there will be outburst of the lava and also lot of smoke coming out from the bowels of the earth, is it not? And wherever the earth's surface is thinner, outer surface is thinner, it comes out, and the magma which is inside the earth's globe comes out, flows out like lava, and there will be lot of smoke coming out and also lava flowing out, that leads to pollution. Poisonous gases are expelled by various industries. Can I name some of the poisonous gases? Yeah, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides. So, such gases are emitted from the industries. Poisonous gases are emitted by vehicles using petroleum fuels. So, you can see thousands of vehicles nowadays and these vehicles, when they move, they emit out lot of gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and so on. Especially carbon monoxide is not good for health. So, these are the different means of air pollutions. At an individual level, how will you help to reduce air pollution? How can you do it? You means we also, including me. How can we control air pollution? First thing is avoiding the use of cars as much as possible and using public transport. What is public transport? Public transport means bus or trains. In trains, thousands will go. So, that is pollution free. So, if you stick on to trains or buses, you can reduce use of cars, correct. So, if you reduce cars, there will be less smoke in the atmosphere, is it not? For example, which is our most polluted city in India? Delhi, correct, because there are thousands of cars and other vehicles. So, what is the step the government has taken? Using CNGs, clean fuel such as CNG. What is CNG? Correct, compressed natural gas. Where do you get the natural gas? It will be invariably coming with the petrol petroleum, when it is extracted, the gas that comes out with that is called as natural gas. If this natural gas is compressed, we get it as compressed natural gas. Always disposing the garbage properly and do not burn it. Whenever you find some garbage, dry leaves and other things, it should not be burnt, it should be put in a pit called compost pit, and that will avoid the smoke coming out. Controlling the emissions from vehicles and household chimneys, especially when you are using firewood in houses, there will be smoke, correct. Therefore, nowadays almost every house has a LPG. What is LPG? Liquid petroleum gas. So, if you use that, there will be smoke will not be there. Instead of that, if you use the good old type of using cow dung, dried cow dung, firewood and all, there will be lot of smokes, is it not? Now, next question, what will happen if the temperature of the globe increases by 2 degrees Celsius? What is the temperature now in the atmosphere? 25, yeah, around 25, it may vary from place to place. Here in Bangalore and this area, Chikballapur, Mudinhalli and all, it will be about 25. So, if the temperature increases by 2, there are chances of more floods because of rising sea levels or rising the water in the rivers. For example, if the Himalayan region, if the temperature increases by 2 degrees Celsius, okay, what happens? All the ice start melting, that ice will flow in the water, form of water. Suddenly there will be rise in the water level. So, that will lead to floods, creating lot of confusion, havoc, is it not? Thousands will lose their houses and thousands of acres of land also will be spoilt. Many of the animals are in trouble, many people will be washed out and many houses will collapse. So many things will happen if there is floods. I think every time in a rainy season, the people will start thinking what to do. But this natural calamity cannot be stopped. So, it will have a wide ranging effect on rainfall patterns. So, rainfall also affected by the global warming. Agriculture, forest, plants and animals, leading to animal and plant extinction. What is extinction? They will completely vanish. Many of the animals are completely vanished now because of the sudden change in the temperature and the weather patterns. More people dying of heat strokes. Of course, in the earth the highest temperature is around 50 degrees, plus 50, and lowest is minus 50. So, within that above 40 itself is very horrible. So, if it becomes more, many people will die of sunstrokes. Suddenly they collapse because of the rise in temperature. Okay, these are the dangers if the temperature of the globe increases by 2 degrees Celsius. On today's topic, we see water pollution, very interesting topic, purification of Ganges, Ganga Action Plan. So, let us see one by one. Okay. So, water is one of the most important Panchabhutas, we call it. It is a very precious resource, is it not? Our whole earth is covered by about 75% of water, 3/4 of earth's globe is filled with water. It is one of the Panchabhutas. Can you name the Panchabhutas? Yes, air, water, fire, sky and then earth, is it not? Our body is made up of 5 bhutas, Panchabhutas. everywhere all the plants, animals, birds all are made up of Panchabhutas, and one day or other they all will merge with the Panchabhutas, one of which is water. So, one of the important elements, important items required by all living beings is water. It is very essential for all living beings. Of course, can you just list out what are the uses of water? Yeah, you got lot of activities. For bathing it is required, washing clothes, cleaning, drinking, cooking, is it not? What not? For all the plants to grow, water is also essential, is it not? So, it is very, very important. In industries also, agriculture will not be there without water, correct? Forest, so many things are depending on water. So, water is a very, very rich resource, correct? Air also is resourceful, water also is resource. But this water is nowadays, you can see this, that is called water pollution. So, how did this water get polluted? Water becomes dirty after adding some materials to water, which spoils the quality and changes its smell and color. So, here you see water is spoilt here, they added something, some drum type has come here. So, the water level has gone down, and this is factory waste are put into water. These are in a town, they throw all kinds of bottles, this and that to water, and here again water bottles and all put to flowing water. So, what happens to that? Water gets polluted. So, what happens then? Polluted water, they changes its smell and color. Color of water also changes, is it not? When factory waste are added to it, the color changes, is it not? So, and smell also changes, it gives dirty smell, especially in factory areas. So, whenever harmful substances such as sewage, toxic chemicals, etc. are mixed with water, the water becomes polluted. Sewage means the water which is dirty, which are after washing clothes, after washing the body, and your nature calls this and that, all these are come under this part called sewage. And toxic chemicals, the toxic chemicals are produced by the factories, they leave that chemicals into water, nearby water, river, whatever it is there. For example, if you go to Raichur, Shakti Nagar, there is a power, of course, that is also needed, factory is needed, they produce lot of electricity there, but all the toxic chemicals are drawn into the river there nearby. So, by which the river water become dirty. When it flows, wherever it goes, it gives bad effects to the all birds, animals, plants and so on. So, here is a fish which is killed by this polluted water. The substances that pollute water are called water pollutants, just as you had air pollutants, example CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. Here we have water pollutants, correct. So, this is a very dangerous thing, and all of you heard about very famous river, or India is called Punya Bhumi, Danya Bhumi, Tyaga Bhumi, Yoga Bhumi, Pavitra Bhumi. One of the Punya in India is about rivers. You have the famous Ganges, Yamuna, Brahmaputra, Tungabhadra, Krishna, Godavari, Narmada, Tapati, is it not, and so on, big legacy. So, Ganges is one of the most sacred. Even now also, it is proved scientifically The water of Ganges is so sacred because it is got by the grace of Lord Shiva himself. It was Bhagirath who did tapas and brought down this Ganges. It is said, of course, in the beginning stage the Ganges was fully flowing in full measure. Then again he did tapas and then Shiva controlled it and it came in the form of the river what you see now. But it is extra pure. If you go to Rishikesh, Haridwar, Varanasi, etc., you need not use soap at all. Water is so clean. Okay? Even while taking bath, they chant mantra. Do you know? Of course, some may be knowing. Gange cha yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalesmin Sannidhim Kuru. So, Ganga and Yamuna are worshipped as goddess. So, this is the path of the river Ganges. This is different cities on the banks of the Ganges, and it is born in a place called Gangotri, the most famous river in India. Millions of people depend on it for their daily needs and livelihood. They call it as Mata, Ganga Mata. If you go to Haridwar, thousands of people will come there in the evenings. They shuttle the door, they close down all their shops, come with lamps in their hands. Very beautiful sight. Thousands will leave, lamps on water. Okay, and there will be beautiful bhajan sung, Om Jai Gange Mata, like that. And it is only in India you find that river is worshipped as mother. Okay, so this is and due to this Ganges, millions of people depend on that water because for agriculture, for industries, for living, for bath, this, that, everything they depend on Ganges. We have got cities like New Delhi is in the bank of Yamuna river, and you have Kanpura, Allahabad, Varanasi, Patna, all these are different cities on the bank of Ganges. Okay. And also we have studied that Ganges washes all the sins of people, it is believed. And how does the pollution of river Ganges take place? You might have heard that recently a study found that Ganga is one of the 10 most endangered rivers in the world. What they do, when the bodies are dead, they burn out bodies on the banks of Ganga and throw it to Ganga. So, thousands of dead bodies will be going there. Of course, now they have made some control called as Ganga Action Plan. So, this is one of the scenes wherein pollution of Ganga is taking place. And of course, it is very difficult, but if all of them make up their mind, it is possible. So, pollution of river Ganges. So, this is one of the portions how the pollution is taking place. There people throw all kinds of dirty things here. They never bother about the health and hygiene. The towns and cities through which the river flows throw large quantities of garbage. This is called garbage. Plastic bottles, okay, and vegetables, fruits, of course all are rotten. They throw, and dead bodies and many other harmful things directly into river. They throw into river. In some places the river is almost dead and the pollution level are so high that aquatic life cannot survive anymore. Aquatic means what? Fishes, tortoise, crocodiles, all these are called aquatic animals. Frogs even, is it not? They may not live at all because of the pollution that is added to the pure Ganges. So, one important step that the government has taken recently is about Ganga Action Plan. So, this is what you find in Varanasi. Recently they have developed Varanasi into a beautiful ghat. Earlier it was not so. The temple of temple of Kashi Vishwanatha on the banks of river Ganga. They have made a beautiful corridor here. You can see our Prime Minister here standing, inaugurating the things. And Ganga Action Plan, it started in the year 1985 to save the river Ganga. The aim was to reduce the pollution levels in the river. Now, recently the government of India has launched a new initiative called National Mission for Ganga, NMCG. National means not limited to one state, many states joined together, national level. National Mission for Cleaning of Ganga. So, that started in 2016 under the leadership of able and noble Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Okay. And now if you go to Varanasi, the water Ganges is far better. You may not find any dead bodies coming there. Earlier it was not so. So, these are some of the steps taken. So this is one of the beautiful ghats of Ganges where people collect water, and of course some of them preserve water also. Now, let us see some home assignment. First question: what are the different ways in which water gets contaminated? What do you know about the river Ganga? What is the condition of the water at present? Can you write the answer? Okay, let us see what Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai says. See, look at his beautiful smiling face. So, we must also be like smiling like him. So, when you have God by your side and He is leading your way, you cannot fail to achieve what you have to set out to achieve. When God is there to guide us, need not worry about our future. There can be no obstacle which cannot be overcome by God. So, if God wills, all our obstacles or problems will be solved. Okay? So, try to answer the home assignment. Thank you.